New fire start in the Cariboo Fire Center reported today out by Horse Lake. That's outside Lone Butte, along Highway 24 kind of area. If just for your reference, fishing country there. New fire reported. I got all the details that we know so far right here. There it is. This is bad news. My God.
Falling out right now.
Anything could happen. Get on! Wow. I'll watch the video later. They dry mopping this. Cariboo Weather Dude, YouTube, hit like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And here's what's going on. Active fire reported in the Cariboo today. There's 8 active fires, but 7 of them looks like are considered out of control. Only one out of control fire in the province. That's this one out here by Horse Lake. Just for your reference. Human caused. Likely started here. A lot of forest there is what I noticed when I look. We'll look at the firms map in a second, and you'll see that there's a lot of forest there, relatively speaking, 2.1 hectares, but it's spreading today, and it's anticipated that it could spread beyond its current perimeter or control line. As you know, if they can get it mostly knocked down tomorrow, maybe they can get a hold of it before Friday, but I think if you get to that 21 degrees, there's going to be some wind on Friday. It'll probably show some smoke, so it'll show some smoke before the cool down happens on Saturday, in which I think that we'll likely see fire activity then subside and people will be able to get a handle on what's going on there. A bit of a swampy looking area, it seems like, nearby, so that might help. But if we have a look at firms here, we do notice there's a couple dots. There's nothing substantial dot-wise out there, and a lot of these dots are probably explainable from things that are going on. In some cases, burn piles that are happening. Other cases, just normal industrial activity. However, this here corresponds directly on Horse Lake with our fire there. Although and it just goes to show you that you can't always judge where the smoke, where the colors are, where the fire or the heat color is on firms to be the exact location of fire behavior. Because, we had the dot pointed here on the BC Wildfire Service map at the end of that road. So it lends you to believe that something there at the end of that road, at the end of Sven Road here, is the cause of. And this may be some of the smoke that was picked up or whatever, with the satellite's accuracy, whatever, right? So just to keep in mind that, when we're looking at firms data, it gives us a rough estimate, but, we can't be like, oh, look, it's crossed the road. Like, it's not that. Obviously, it's a couple big squares, so it's not giving you very accurate information just looking at that alone. And our real concern would be afternoon winds on Thursday, 15 degrees. That's warm enough that the sun's on any part of that fire. It should help encourage fire activity. So hope that they get in on it early, can get some resources there and try to get a handle on it. Because by the looks of it, Friday, although things cool down at night and that will suppress fire activity a little bit, nothing here is going to put this out on its own. And you look at what's coming on Friday. What's coming on Friday is pretty warm temperatures. Warm enough, like I've been trying to explain to you on this channel. Unfortunately, the HRDPS model won't go that far yet in advance, so we'll have to get on to the ECMWF, but we could see 22 in Kamloops, 1900 Mile, 18 Williams Lake. If we go just a little bit back, a couple hours, 21 Williams Lake, 1900 miles. So, we could see temperatures ranging in and around those values for Horse Lake. And it looks like, don't forget fire's best friend, which is air that is free of humidity, low humidity air, such as this air. Into the central Cariboo on Friday afternoon at 27%, right? So this just shows you that we are well below that 30% threshold, although temperatures aren't getting up to crosshold. That is low humidity. That will give increased fire activity. And it's not a lot better. In fact, it's quite dry on Thursday. The air is going to be quite dry. So that will be conducive to burning conditions, unfortunately. So that's some of the challenges. At least a little bit of wind in the afternoon there, which should at least help breathe on that fire a little bit. So with any luck, they'll be on top of that one quickly. There's a lot of resources to throw at things, but still, in a lot of cases too, there's a lot of young firefighters that are still in boot camp or people who are still in school, haven't recalled yet. So assets in April are not full, ready to swing like they are often by the time you hit into May. So with any luck, they can get towards it there quickly enough and knock that down. And if nothing else, when the weather cools off on Saturday, which it will, and some damper conditions and more humid air comes in, that will settle that thing down enough. And then we have a prolonged period before we get into some real heat again, up to 20 degrees or whatever, not till later in the month. So that fire is not going to be an issue, is what I guess I'm here to tell you, even if it puts out some smoke and gives people a little bit of a worry. And if people live near there and have houses near there, stay alert to what your community is telling you, what your emergency management people are telling you, of course, always. Okay, hit like, share, subscribe. Love yous all. That's it for me tonight. Goodbye.